Black cat is independent. Golden retriever is dependent. Let's use Vanessa Hudgens as a little example. Even though she seems like the ultimate black cat, the ultimate femme fatale, like dark femininity, even in the way she looks in her past relationship, she was a golden retriever. That's why it didn't work. If you're with the wrong man and it's the wrong dynamic between you two, you end up being the loyal golden retriever that's getting played. You can see it even in the body language. Look how she's clinging onto him. She's so smiley. She's so happy. When you become so loyal, so naive, so reassuring, so loving, you're transforming your man into the black cat. Look at him. Look at the confidence on him. Golden retriever, black cat, bothered, unbothered, dependent, independent. They looked happy, but guess what? She probably didn't know when this photo was taken that he's gonna leave her for somebody 10 years younger in a few weeks. This is exhibit B. He is the golden retriever for her. This man has an energy or something about him that lets her rest. This queen can finally rest in her dark femininity. She can finally become the unbothered, independent queen, and he lets her shine. He is not threatened by her. He doesn't need to compete with her. He doesn't feel bothered. He doesn't feel threatened. He can let her shine. And he turns into the loyal golden retriever that just adores and worships the ground she's walking on. Man needs to be the loyal golden retriever that is loving and caring and compassionate and reassuring, doesn't feel threatened by their wife, which is the powerful, independent, mysterious, sexy, unbothered queen, the black cat. Now these two, she is also the black cat, and she turned him into the golden retriever. You can even see this on the dynamic, the way they're standing. Said it before and I say it again. Men love bitches. They get bored or think they're deserving of better if you're too reassuring and too kind. Vanessa Hudgens was waiting, I don't know, I think 10 years for a commitment or ring or something from this man, and he couldn't get his shit together, and he proposed within 1 month to Kaya Gerber. I don't know them personally, but I understand psychology and relationship dynamics. And something about this woman was intriguing to him. Even though he had so much success and fame and women literally waiting for him, even though he had so much fame, money, success, attention on him because of Elvis, he chose her. She made him feel as if she wouldn't need him in his life to be complete or happy. That made her a mental challenge to him. So this man had options all around the world. People were crushing on him everywhere because of his success and fame, because of his movies. And this woman was like, okay, well, let's see where this is going, because I've dated other successful men in the past. I really believe that her energy, her mindset, the unattainable, untouchable black cat energy lured him in. If a man gets the feeling of a woman that she's hot and cold, that's what a man makes him commit to her. That's why he popped the question after 2 months of dating her. Not because she's so loyal and so kind and so reassuring. It's because she's mysterious, and she told him through her attitude, through her energy, through her actions. I mean, I don't know them personally, but she must have communicated something that she told him, I will live happily ever after with you or without you in my life. So if you want me in it, pick a choice.
This is the fastest way to attract a real provider man that will put you in your feminine energy, that will make you so happy. Your current dating life, the kind of men that are being attracted into your life, is just a mix of your beliefs and your self-concept. So us women actually do have a sign on our forehead that says, abuse us, do not respect us, do not give us princess treatment. And that is our self-concept. And men can pick up on our self-concept very easily, the same way that if you're aware of the signs, you can pick up on their self-concept. So men look at things like what we're wearing, who we're with, how we're acting, what we do in our lives, how we're acting towards them, where they find us at initially, to understand our self-concept. For example, let's say I was at a really classy restaurant, I was with my family, I was wearing a modest outfit, my skin is clear, my nails are done, there's literally not one flaw. And let's say he tries to come talk to me and I'm just like, how are you? Like, just very not flirty, not thirsty, very like, why are you here? Who are you? I need to make sure that you're safe for me first. This man will know that, first of all, you're with you're with your family, like you're not playing, you respect yourself, what you're wearing, you take very good care of yourself, you're fit, your nails are done, your skin is clear, like you eat well, you are a high value woman. He will not play games. Versus, let's say you go and you meet a man and you're literally in the middle of the night walking on the street. This guy's gonna be like, this girl does not respect herself enough to literally keep her own self safe. And on top of that, let's say you're wearing a mini skirt and a crop top. Like, that's just so dangerous. Okay, so men can tell a lot about you based on the signs, but that is all pointing inward from your self-concept. The second thing is your belief system. Okay, maybe you attracted these guys with your self-concept and they're not giving you princess treatment, but your belief system, which also ties back to your self-concept of not knowing 100% that you can find someone 10 times better if you just leave this guy, not knowing how to handle the situation when they don't act the way that you want them to act. Either stay in the wrong situation or you prolong the wrong kind of treatment. What's the solution for all of this? You have to change your self-concept from a low value self-concept to high value self-concept. You truly have to believe that you are the best this man will ever have. You truly have to believe that you are worth all of the princess treatment in the entire world. You truly have to love yourself, respect yourself. And this can all easily be done and changed by just learning what self-concept you have right now, and then learning what a perfect princess treatment, high value woman self-concept looks like. And that whole process from going from low value self-concept to high value self-concept is literally being given to you in the princess treatment formula in my bio. You guys can go to my bio, literally click on it and download it. And as soon as you change your self-concept, you stop attracting these guys and you also start acting different. Like your entire world in your dating life will change. So make sure you go download that so you can finally make the internal shift in 2024. And I love you so much.
Girl, I just touched down in New Orleans for a client's wedding. I'm about to get ready for a rehearsal dinner, but I wanted to come on here because love is in the air. I love love, and I want to put you on game as your fairy godbrother, right? There's a certain way that men fall in love, and I want to share with you what that is, but you have to promise me something. You have to promise me that you will use this information for good and not evil, okay? Now give me that pinky promise, girl. Okay, so there are 3 stages. I want to go through them really quickly so that this doesn't feel like a freaking lecture. So there are 3 stages. The first stage is lust. This means his testosterone is up. He wants to pursue you. He has to do everything. I don't want you doing anything. He needs to call. He needs to plan dates. He needs to initiate text messages. The mistake that I see at this stage is that people that are super anxious or in their masculine energy will often actually chase the guys, and it will decrease their testosterone and they will not be feeling you. Okay, that's stage number 1, so don't do that. Stage number 2, this is where he is starting to feel attraction toward you. So what does this mean? This means his testosterone is still up. You still have to allow him to do all that stuff for you, but now we have the vasopressin, which is the bonding hormone for him. So what does this mean? And oftentimes people will say, this is where you want to stress him out. Stress him out in a good way, in a healthy way. What does this mean? It means he needs to have solvable problems. He needs to find goals that he can reach within the relationship or the courtship. So what does that look like? It looks like going out and going on dates like escape rooms and doing puzzles together. It means when he asks you, like, what do you want to do? Give him 2 options to help him achieve that goal, right? The mistake that I see in this stage, in the second stage, is that a lot of people pleasers will do a couple of things. Either they won't allow him to do for them, because guys want to do for you. That's how they're going to actually feel more bonded to you. Or they will have sex during this phase, and the vasopressin in him will decrease and he will feel less connected, less bonded to you. Okay, so that's the second stage of how a man is going to fall in love with you. The third stage is the actual attachment. So what happens chemically here is that his testosterone will actually decrease a little bit. His oxytocin will increase, which will make him feel all cuddly and, you know, he'll want to just lovey-dovey all up on you. Vasopressin is still up. The gag of this stage is that he will at some point pull away. And a lot of people freak out. If you have an abandonment wound, neglect wound, you're anxious, you might freak out and go off on him, when in reality, he might just need a couple of days to figure out, can I live my life at this lower level of testosterone and survive, right? This is all chemically happening, and a lot of women are thinking that's something about them. If you haven't heard from him in like 5 days or more, then he has ghosted. But if it's just been a couple of days, please realize that he has a lot of chemicals going on in his body. He's got to figure it out. Those are the 3 stages. If you want to learn how to navigate those 3 stages, if you find yourself in your masculine energy, in your people-pleasing ways, or in your, inner child wounds, and you get stuck on these stages, definitely reach out to me, book a call with me, and I can definitely help you with that. I hope this was helpful for you.
Have been with girls that I wasn't super into, and I had the wandering eyes. I looked at everything with a heartbeat walking by. But I've also had girls that I was like in love with, and you best believe my eyes were only on her. I did not see any girls around. I didn't even see girls. She was the only girl in my world, the only one I saw.
If you're with a man and he's looking around, checking out other women, and he tries to convince you that that is normal, that all men do it, no, not men that value you. Not a man that genuinely loves you and is committed to staying with you. Men have self-control. Men that love you can have self-control. Not only that, you can be the only woman in his eyes, the only woman that really matters. So whenever women try to come on here and justify, well, like, it's normal to check other women out, I get it. You get it from that guy. He literally just said, when a man is committed to you, when he loves you, when he wants to make it work, when he values you, he will have the self-control and the respect for you to not be checking out other women. This is why I make these videos. Don't let a man convince you to settle for him because he says, all men do this. No, they don't. You can find a man that loves you, that is fully committed to you, that doesn't have wandering eyes.
Hey, it's Mel. I'm 55 years old, and these are 13 things that I wish I knew when I was in my 20s. Number one, the idea that your 20s is going to be the best time of your life, complete and utter bullshit. In fact, your 20s might be the hardest decade of your life. But listen to me. You're not broken, you're not a loser, and you are going to figure it out. Number two, stop spending your money on stupid shit. Seriously, listen to me. Spending money that you do not have on things that you do not need, it does not make you feel powerful. It makes you feel powerless. Number three, you have so much time. You have so much time to meet the love of your life, to make six figures, to figure out your career, to start a family. Slow down. Your time is precious and you have plenty of it. Number four, date the person, not the potential. I want you to ask yourself, are you truly dating the person as they are? Or are you dating them kind of wishing they were someone else? The fact is, no one changes unless they want to. So date the person, not their potential. Number five, life isn't fair. And wishing that it was, it's not going to change anything. So stop comparing yourself to other people, because you can either throw yourself a pity party or you can trust where your life is leading you. Number six, in your 20s, count your wins, not by the quantity of your paycheck, but by the quality of your circle. Every single time you make a quality connection, count that as the best damn bonus you could earn. Number seven, don't be a dick. Pretty self-explanatory. Number eight, you don't get to want it unless you've got the balls to ask for it. Stop pretending that other people can read your mind. They can't. If you want something, ask for it. Number nine, create a rock solid morning routine, because it is the fastest way to take back control in your 20s. Number 10, get serious about who you're hanging out with. In your 20s, you get to choose who you spend time with. So spend time with people who lift you up, who share the same goals, who are supporting you and taking big risks. You know who these people are. Prioritize spending time with them. Number 11, be your own person. Stop doing things that you don't want to do. Stop saying you like things that you don't. Nobody likes a people pleaser, neither do you, so be your own person. Number 12, you're not in competition with anyone else. It's only you against you. There's enough love, enough money, enough success, enough friendship, enough everything for every single human being on the planet. Stop mistaking everybody else's wins as your loss. You're not in competition with anybody. And finally, number 13, when you are in your 20s, take the biggest risks of your life. It is the perfect time for you to move, to try a different career, to go back to school, to take that trip, mix things up. Because if you don't do it now during the perfect time of your life, you will live for the rest of your life with regret over the fact that you didn't, just like I do. So those were the 13 things that I wish I knew in my 20s, things that would have saved me so much heartbreak, It would have kept me from making so many mistakes. But the fact is, you can only go so deep on advice when you're doing a makeup tutorial. And so here's what I did. I created an entire podcast episode just for you. Because the fact is, yeah, your 20s can be really, really hard and very challenging. But they can also be one of the best decades of your life.
If you're with the wrong man, you automatically become the golden retriever, the loyal little puppy that's always running after him and would never leave him. Until he cheats and you remember you deserve better. Miley's actually the ultimate femme fatale, dark feminine energy, the ultimate black cat. However, her husband, Liam, ex-husband Liam, made her the golden retriever. And that's why it didn't work out, because she wasn't his dream girl. She was with him, he kept an eye out for other options. I think he cheated on her like 14 times. He had more power in the relationship than she did. It does not matter how confident you are as a woman or how much you love yourself. If you get cheated on, if you're with a man who is the black cat and does his own thing and comes and goes as he pleases and doesn't really pay attention to you, it will make you insecure. And all of a sudden you're in a very toxic push and pull dynamic where you become the golden retriever that's running after him, chasing your own man. It's all psychology, baby. It doesn't matter if you're the girl next door or a literal superstar. She is the golden retriever, he is the black cat.
One of the most mind-bending thoughts that you can have is if you were to delete all your social media, everyone in that current reality would cease to exist. Unless you're constantly talking to these people, reaching out to them, or seeing them on a daily basis, you literally would not have a reality in which they are in anymore. Honestly, I'm intrigued.
Men don't feel jealous the way women would feel jealous over another woman's beauty. Men don't think that way. They don't compete with another man's looks. So the next time your hubby's checking out other women, instead of looking at other men and trying to make him jealous the way he makes you jealous, speak about other men's money. Point out other people's net worth. Point out somebody else's wealth. If you sit in a restaurant and a Ferrari drives past, point it out and say, wow, how impressive. Somebody owning a car like that, he must have so much money. What a shame you're never going to be able to afford that. How to be more feminine. Examples. Nothing is more feminine than skirts and dresses. Why? Because men don't wear them. Have you noticed that the day you actually dolled up, maybe wearing a dress, maybe wearing a skirt, people are a little bit more friendly to you. They do things for you, they do favors for you, they open a car door for you. If you drop something, they're gonna pick it up for you. Why? Because you're wearing a dress. Drop something, you wanna pick it up. Obviously, your skirt, you don't wanna bend over, right? True gentlemen, true masculine men are gonna see that and come to rescue you. It's very classy, it's very timeless, it's very elegant, it's very feminine. Be smart, play dumb. Use the power of femininity and sensual and sexual desire and express that also in the way you dress. Pro tip, less is more. You will always look more expensive, more classy, more elegant, and ultimately more feminine if you wear muted, soft, light colors. Because that is what femininity is. Light, nurturing, warmth. I got chased down by people in the street every time I'm wearing a dress or light colors or pink, like soft pastels. Literally, men would run behind. Oh my God, can I take you out to dinner? Number 3, the way you smell. I've said it before, I'll say it again. You need to find a signature scent, okay? The power of smell, it's truly immaculate. A lot of people don't understand how powerful it is and how much you can manipulate situations or also attraction and really, really step into your femininity. If you find your signature smell, something that just screams, hello, this is her, the dream girl, whatever it is, something that makes you feel confident, he will forever smell it when you are around, and every time you're not around, he still might smell it somewhere and think of you. Scents are so powerful because they evoke emotion, because they also bond over memories. This is why sometimes when you walk into a certain room or you have a certain smell come into you in a certain environment, you remember certain scenarios, you remember things and people. And that's what you want to do with him by having your signature scent, because he will think of you whenever he smells it. Number 4, the way you handle yourself, because it's about a mindset, it's an energy. True feminine women do not have to ask for favors. They don't have to beg a man to do something for them. They know he will do it for her. They know the power they hold. So the next time you want your man to do something for you, instead of verbally explaining it and begging him for him to do it, surrender in your femininity, lean back, let go of taking control, let go of wanting to be the one that always sees outcomes, that always takes initiative. Because if you're doing that, then he can't do it for you. So you need to give him the space to do that. So let's say you walked into the restaurant together. Instead of you being the one that's walking in, talking to everyone in the team and wanting to find the best table in the restaurant, let him do that. by you taking a step back, walking behind him, and maybe even put your arm around him, push him forward, so he can actually take initiative and do that all for you. When you walk to the dinner table, instead of you automatically sitting down and wanting to be in charge, let him pull the chair aside for you and only sit down if he pulls it aside for you. So don't stand there, can you please pull this chair aside for me? Look at him, look at the chair, let him take charge. He's also gonna feel amazing about it because men love a hero moment. Sometimes you girls think that it's almost something bad if you're so feminine and you're so provided for and you're only receiving from him. But truly, men love providing for women they love. Men love providing for women they enjoy being with. Men love to be the masculine. Men love to have the hero moment. Let them be the problem solver. So this is another tip. Instead of you complaining about problems, approach him with the problem. And instead of saying, can you fix this for me? Talk about the problem, and automatically, if he is a true masculine man, he will want to solve it for you. But you cannot tell him, can you, I want, I need, blah, blah, blah. Like, be soft. Tell him the problem, tell him the circumstances. Plant seeds, be smart, play dumb, and let him be the one that actually takes initiative. They don't like to be forced and told what to do. They want to be the one to take initiative and comes up with the big hero plan themselves in the first place. So let them do that by planting seeds, being smart, playing dumb, and just talking about the problem so they can solve it themselves afterwards.
I'm 27 years old, but in my head, if I were to get pregnant right now, today, I would feel like it was a teen pregnancy. And I know I am pushing 30, and it would be perfectly normal for me to have a child at this age. But I was thinking about it, and I was like, oh my God, it would be so irresponsible for me to have a kid right now because I'm just so young and like still figuring it out. And what's crazy is that I have like multiple friends who already have children or are pregnant currently, and it's like completely normal for them. But for me, I'm just like, oof, no, we are nowhere near that. I might as well be 19 years old. That's how prepared I feel to have a child. And then I started thinking about it a little more, and I was like, I would be embarrassed to show up pregnant to the spaces that I normally occupy. Like, I was thinking about myself walking into my office pregnant, and I was literally so embarrassed, like, just by the thought. I think I would have to, like, hide it for as long as I could and then quit. I just feel like everybody would be talking about how it's weird that I'm pregnant because I'm so young and youthful. You know what I mean? I don't know, clearly something's not right up here, but is anybody else feeling that way about being pregnant, even though you're almost 30?
Can we please just normalize smart, intelligent women wanting to be stay-at-home mothers and working part-time like 1 to 2 times a week?
Hi, Jen. I am Jen from the future, if you lived another life. And I would consider myself a smart and intelligent woman. And I am currently working part-time as a doctor, 2.5 days a week. I have 2 kids. The first one I had at the last year of medical school, and the second I had the last year of my residency. In my spare time, I'm on social media talking about nutrition, exercise, basically lifestyle changes to help you with sustainable weight loss, changing your body composition, just living a happier, healthier lifestyle. I also enjoy lifting heavy ass weight because it makes me feel like a badass, and we make time to do powerlifting competitions. And this is my passion project, an athleisure brand that stemmed from the fact that I had body dysmorphia after having my 2 kids. So I wanted something to just inspire people to move their bodies in whatever shape that they're in. So yeah, I really think we should normalize smart, intelligent women working part-time. Cheers.
When you break up with your man or your man breaks up with you, get off the internet. Get off the internet. Get off the internet. A lot of you girls want to be on the internet. I want him to see how good I'm doing. Blah, 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 blah. Let me tell you something. A man with an ego is his own worst enemy. When you go mute and you go silent and you don't post anything, that man will start assuming that you are on a fucking first class Emirates flight to fucking Dubai, getting flown out, Turks and Caicos. He thinks Drake is in your DM. He does. He does. Get off the internet. There's this girl that I follow. Her man broke up with her. He did. He broke up with her. She said it. She said, my man broke up with me. She's very sad. She has been posting the cringiest things. And from the outside looking in, I can tell what you're doing. Cut it out. Cut it out. The best thing you could do is disappear. What is that? Don't post anything on your story. Don't post a quote. Don't post a song. Don't post a picture of you out at the club. Don't post you on vacation. When you are going through a breakup, you are... Where is she? Nobody can find you. Disappear for a month. 30 days. That's all you need. 30 days silence. Get your ass in the gym. Work on yourself. And when you pop back out, that's when you pop out. But I could tell what you're doing. And if I were him, I would be laughing. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to upset you. But that is a mistake that I made. I went through a breakup and I was like, I'm going to post everything. Blah, 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 blah. I want him to see my story. Blah, 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 blah. He don't care. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. But you know what he will care about? If you really want to make him care about something, is if you disappear, his own thoughts will eat him alive. His own brain will consume itself. So, thank you.
Career lessons I wish I knew about in my 20s and my 30s. No matter where you are in life, celebrate it. It's either a product of your growth or a place that will help you to grow. Good luck, and I believe in you.
I'm not jealous. I'm disgusted. Hi, hello. This is my very personal take of random things that I think are pick me, choose me, love me energy. Based off pick me people I personally had to deal with. Number one, if you only refer to me as Jason's girlfriend instead of my actual name, bitch, do I not have my own personal identity or what? Next, assuming I'm mad and jealous because you spent some time with my boyfriend. Girl, no offense. I'm not jealous. I'm more so disgusted. Personally speaking, I don't see the threat and I don't see the appeal. Next, giving unsolicited relationship advice to my boyfriend. Siapa? Siapa yang nanya, bro? Personally, the pygmies I've had to deal with are subtle. The pygmies of this day and age do not display the same exact symptoms as the stereotypical ones we used to identify with. In the beginning, I couldn't really pinpoint exactly what was wrong with them or why I did not like them. It's just an immediate gut feeling that something was just off about them. And as time goes on and I interact more with these people, it just makes sense. I don't hate these people either. They just don't have space in my life and they're not kakilang. They're just not my kind of girls. Always trust your gut and don't be a sheep. Just because they're fun and bubbly when they're around doesn't make you a bad person for just not vibing with them. Swatting away all the bad vibe. Thank you for listening to my little rant. Catch you later.
A hack I am not going to gatekeep from you little nerds from a board-certified dermatologist. Anti-dandruff shampoo. No, it's not just good for dandruff, it's also great for hair loss. More specifically, ketoconazole. Why? Because not only does it keep your scalp healthy and clear, it also has anti-androgenic activity, meaning it's going to help fight that pesky testosterone that causes you to lose your hair. And my personal favorite one is this one. And no, I am not sponsored by the brand for all the skeptics out there. Because this ketoconazole comes at 1%, prescription is usually at 2%, but something is better than nothing. So I would say try and test this out. Together you can trust it. How to do it? Apply it to your scalp, massage it, let it sit for at least 5 or 10 minutes before jumping in the shower and washing it off, because your scalp needs face time too with your products. For more hair hacks, my newest YouTube video is up now on my channel.
All I want to do is rot. All I want to do is like watch a really shitty
Go watch what this woman said, because I think a lot of us, especially in the United States, feel this way. Excuse my voice, I have a cold. But I had this exact conversation with my therapist about depression. I told her I just did not have the energy or the will to do all of the things that I once had to do or loved to do. And so I was like, surely I'm depressed. I almost felt like a robot. Like, okay, I can get up and I can go to work, right? I can do the things like I have to do to survive. Beyond that, no. So I'm gonna tell you what my therapist told me and save you the doll hairs that I spent. She was like, babe, is it depression or late stage capitalism? Are you just having a human reaction to all of the things happening around you? She also highlighted the fact that, like, as a society, we're more aware of everything that's going on, right? Like, if you live in America, you've learned lately that, like, we're the bad guys. We didn't grow up thinking that. I saw a video recently of, like, footage from high school in the 90s, and it was like, oh, back when things were great and we were happy. Well, yeah, we didn't know what the fuck was going on. Like, we weren't educated about any of the things that the youth of today is educated about. Or I guess, like, choose to educate themselves. Or end up on the right side of TikTok and get really good information about what's actually happening in the world. So, I mean, I don't know this woman. I'm not any kind of therapist. It could be depression, but it sounds a lot like what I experience, which I just think is a normal reaction to the world crumbling around me.
If you want to glow up in 2024, which I know we all do, you're going to focus on this one thing that literally changed my life, and that is your cortisol levels. These are 3 things I did to lower my cortisol levels last year that gave me the most insane glow up. Number 1, I talk about this a lot, but it is water and food before caffeine. I try to drink an entire Stanley Cup before I drink caffeine. I just left Pilates, and when I leave Pilates is when I get my matcha or my coffee. It's also scientifically proven that if you wait 90 minutes after you wake up, when you drink caffeine, it will not spike your cortisol levels. And that brings us to part 2, which is low impact movement. So things like Pilates, yoga, walking. I love starting my morning off with a Pilates class or just going for a nice walk, but right now it's really freaking cold outside, so I find myself in the Pilates studio versus outside walking. But a form of low impact movement in the morning is going to really help level your body out and just set you up for the day. Number 3 is my morning routine. I used to wake up and pick up my phone immediately before my eyes were even open. That is actually so bad for your cortisol levels. So instead, what I do in the morning is I wake up, I don't pick up my phone, I take my dogs out, and then I'll journal for 10 to 15 minutes, and then I'll pick up my phone. This allows my brain to actually understand I'm awake and not immediately just go on my device. And in general, having a morning routine, whether it's reading, journaling, doing whatever that will calm you in the morning, will really help your levels not spike up. Lowering my cortisol last year was probably the best thing that I've ever done. It made my skin just radiate, my anxiety went away, my stress levels were managed, I lost weight, I just felt more leveled and relaxed. So if you're looking to glow up in 2024, this is what you need to do.
Guys, babies want to be born so bad. The amount of cryptic pregnancies happening, I fear we might be going through a pandemic. Because I'll be damned if I went to the hospital for a migraine and they tell me I'm going into labor. I'm sorry, what? Imagine going to the hospital for just a minor little problem and then coming back with a child. Double it and give it to the next person.